Child stars are some of the most talented individuals in Hollywood. They get work because of their childlike innocence, but they're also expected to act like tiny adults. Growing up too fast appears to be a trend in the world of child stars, and it seems like acting like a kid in Hollywood is no longer allowed. Before we get started, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and give us a big thumbs up. Also, stay tuned for our comment shoutout where we give one of you your 15 seconds of fame. Jake Paul. Did you know that Jake Paul was born in 1997? That means he isn't old enough to do things that 21-year-olds get to do. It can be easy to forget that he's really just a young kid, and he seems like he's so much older than that. He's running his own business, and he's one of the most popular YouTubers today. Considering when he got famous, you could call him one of the most interesting child stars out there. Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown has made quite the splash after Stranger Things became the surprise hit on Netflix. Born in 2004, Brown has grown up a lot since she hit her teens. Most people aren't aware of her previous work before Stranger Things and are surprised to learn just how mature she is. Considering how heavy her character is, she's probably had to do a lot of growing up to pull it off. Finn Wolfhard. Speaking of Stranger Things, 14-year-old Finn Wolfhard learned the hard way that sometimes fans can be a bit crazy. Because he looks older and his voice has gone deeper recently, people have forgotten that he's still just a kid. He recently came under some heat for not saying hi to his fans as he was going into his hotel. Hey, we all have our days, and kids are entitled to them. Bug Hall. You might not recognize him today, but Bug Hall played the iconic role of Alfalfa in the 1994 movie adaptation of The Little Rascals. While he landed the role because he was young, sweet, and adorable, he had to grow up pretty quickly. Why? He had to keep up with all the other Hollywood child stars who were trying to make it in the industry. Hall is actually pretty active as a working actor and made appearances on shows like Charmed and 90210. Sophia Lillis. 15-year-old Sophia Lillis had to grow up quite fast in order to portray the tortured role of Bev in the film adaptation of Stephen King's It. She had a few minor roles in other projects before her feature film debut, and it seems as though Lillis had to act like a little adult in order to be taken seriously. Also, she looks much older than 15, which can put the pressure on even more to make it in the industry. Let's take a break and give a shout out to one of you, our amazing viewers. Let's hear from Jeffrey McMahon, who says, "I've been watching your videos for 2 years now. You're my favorite channel. You make my day better every video." Thanks, Jeffrey. Hearing from you makes our day better, too. Freddie Highmore. When we first met Freddie Highmore, he was starring in major films like Finding Neverland and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. When you're an adorable kid, that basically guarantees a solid career in Hollywood. But then, he managed to shock us when he was cast as the young Norman Bates in the show Bates Motel. Needless to say, Highmore was all grown up, and it was pretty frightening. Now he's starring in The Good Doctor and rocking it. Lizzie Green. You've seen her on Nickelodeon's Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn, and she has become quite the popular actress. Lizzie Green has grown up before our very eyes in front of the camera, and it seems like she's matured a lot faster than her co-stars. One moment she's an adorable child with a toothy smile, the next, she's become a stunning young woman. Even though she's not old enough to drive, she looks like she's old enough to vote. Rico Rodriguez. Speaking of kids who have grown up right before our very eyes, Rico Rodriguez was just a little boy when we first saw him on Modern Family. Given how many reruns are always going on for that show, it's easy to incorrectly assume that Rodriguez is still a child. Today, he's a young man and his character is now in college on the show. Not making us feel old at all there, Rico. Madison Shipman plays the role of Kenzie Bell on the Nickelodeon show Game Shakers. The 15-year-old actress is almost ready to start driving, and she's balancing a world of being on TV and trying to be a regular teenager. Her first boyfriend was actually someone from her hometown, and it seems as though she's been trying to be as down-to-earth as possible, despite working in a world that wants her to look like she's 20. Sky Jackson. Though she be little, she be fierce. Sky Jackson made waves as Zuri Ross on the Disney Channel show Jessie. She has grown up on camera, and the world has watched her go from a little girl with attitude to a stunning young teenager who isn't ready to stop now. Jackson is still bringing Zuri to life on the Jessie spin-off show Bunked, and showing much promise for a thriving future in Hollywood. What do you think of these child stars? Express yourself in the comments. Remember, your comment just might get a shout out in our next video. Sit back and relax because we have another video coming up. Before you take off, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and hey, we'll see you next time. Bye!